morning, good morning. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Hope everybody's been having a great day so far. We're all awake. Looks like GPGPY did a little bit of a fake out over here. It's a little fake out above 148, 138, 140, and now I think we should continue moving bearish to 138, 100, and then eventually break this area and then continue moving down. So I'm going to be looking for some sort of retracement happening here. Here we go. Gotta fix some issues over here.
Folks, I'm about to share a stock with you.
Alright, let's get this chat. Where is the Zoom chat? Okay, there it is. Here we go. Yeah, basically what I'm looking at here is that we did a bit of a, like on the 30-minute time frame here, we did a bit of a fake out over here. Even on the 1 hour. You know, price made resistant, kind of like broke up, now it's coming back down. Let's just do fresh analysis here, right? Let's do fresh analysis based on daily. Looking at the daily is still ranging here. We have a support formed, we have a resistance formed. This is what we established last night before the Asian session, right? That's what we established. Looking on the 4 hour, 4 hour created a strong support at 138, 140. It created a resistance here now because we rejected an area right over here. Now looking at the 1 hour time frame, 1 hour basically broke above this resistance level at 138, 340, 350. Looking at the 30 minute did a bit of a fake out and now it's coming back down. So what I would want to do is I would want to wait for some sort of a resistance like to be formed. Like maybe if I can see some sort of resistance for price to continue moving down. I think we're coming down to 138, 100, which is like around, you know, not that far away. So I want a resistance to be formed because all this move up, came down, retest, continue up, now coming back down. This is a fake out, you know. So whenever you have a fake out means that price tried breaking out. Let's just get this red marker here. Price tried breaking out of this area here, but then it came back down, you know. So if it's coming back down, if it closes below this area, I think we're going to continue moving down, and then eventually we should break this area and continue down towards this support here from the left at 137, 137.9, 930, 950. I think it's going to be pretty good. Have you met Forex traders who actually successfully retired? No, I haven't met someone who has actually retired. Like, that person has to be pretty up there with age, right? Ooh, so bright. God damn, blinded. Ooh, it's way too bright right now. Probably look like this. 4 hour range coming down, support established. Waiting for the support to form down here. Okay, so you're waiting for the support to be formed down here. Yeah, I'm looking for a continuation move down. Right now it's better. I'm looking for a continuation move down. Man, Pete, you look at bright screens in the morning. Damn, that was too bright. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be looking for some sort of a resistance to form for price to continue down because this is a big range here. This is well, no, not big at all. It's like only 20 pips, whatever. I'm just gonna wait. Just gonna wait over here now. Should I stop trading in August because of banks closed? Please answer. Well, Valenti, I don't know where you got that information, but no banks are closed in August. In August, banks are still open. You know, I mean, banks are still open in August. Let's look at pre-markets here. Pre-markets are positive 85 points. I'm still getting blinded here a little bit. That's okay. Instead of that whole fake out, can't we say that the candles rejected a key resistance level, and as there's consolidation to the left, we look at the 1 hour chart, it was a wick fill. What do you think? Let's take a look here. This area, oh yeah, this was a resistance area. This is where I sent the analysis yesterday, where if price does break up this area, that's where it should come up to. And since I'm coming to the charts right now, price is coming down to, so this is a resistance, maybe turned support. So this candle closing is really, really important. If we get a 30-minute candle or even the 1 hour candle closing above this area, then it's no longer it's going to be a fake out, right? Because this candle is still open. So we need this candle to close. If this candle closes below this area, then this whole move up becomes a fake out, and then we can start looking for price to continue moving down. But if this candle starts closing above this area, then it's respecting this resistance as support, and we'll start looking for, well, I'm going to start looking for buys to continue going up. So basically, I'm just waiting for this candle to close. Why is UJ shooting up? If we look at a chart, I think we'll have more information. Euro USD price broke down, took a sell. Looks good, Theoretically, it looks really good to continue moving bearish. Let's just zoom in here a little bit. Yeah, theoretically, it looks really good to continue moving bearish. Let's look at gold. Gold is just ranging here. Gold is doing what it does best, just ranges. This is a pretty big range. How big is this range? This is a 70 pip range here. Damn. GG, I'm waiting for this candle to close. This candle close is going to be very crucial. All right, what's this? Euro New Zealand. Someone sent a Euro New Zealand chart. Buy area as soon as the 1 hour range breaks above here. Yep, looks good. Break above here, you got clean candle here to the left. Same thing here. Break below here, you got clean candles here to the left for price to continue moving down. That's pretty good. So this is 338, 138, 335, 335, 138, 330. Yeah, this is going to be a waiting. We'll have to wait here to see what's going to happen. You never take swing positions, right? Whenever I take a position to open up a swing trade, I put my stops at break even and get stopped out most times, So it is what it is. All right. Let's take a look at USDJPY. We got no news today. Everything's clear, clean, nothing happening. So this is what I call clear skies and sunny days. Like no news, because when there's news, sometimes price starts ranging and price does stuff we don't want it to do. So USD JPY is playing off of the momentum from Friday, where NFP was really, really, really good. We had really good NFP. And as price is moving up, it's breaking above a resistance here on the 4 hour, which was established at 106.040. We're breaking up there, we're approaching another resistance at 106, 170, and then there's this whole rejection zone in around 106, 300 areas. So, yeah, this is the area it's coming up to. Like your resistance area right over here. GJ is going to be very interesting, this candle. If we close below, I'll look for sells. If we close above, I'm going to look for buys. So these are some things I'm going to be looking for. Alright, let's take a look at this chart. This chart is, okay, someone took a sell already. Price closed above the minor resistance. Price closed back below the broken resistance. Okay, so I think this is a fake out. Price closed below the minor support on 30 minute. Take a sell. Secured 10 pips. Put my runner at break even. Oh, runner got stopped out. Beautiful. Very nice, man. So that was a pretty good trade there. You got 10 pips. You got out, and that's it. Can you look at GPNZD for a long on the 1 hour time frame? Ace Games. Ace Games, you need to send a chart so that we can look at your chart. Just like your friend here sent a chart. We're going to look at this chart over here. This is, ooh, wrong chart, man. Come on. Wrong chart. Monday morning. Wrong charts. Coming from the gulag. Who is Ted? I don't know. I've only seen his Instagram. Ted is like a unicorn. You know, like Ted is like a unicorn. If you see him, you see him. You don't see him, you don't see him. May I know why you wait for the 1 hour close if I see the 30 minute already broke support? Because when I came to the charts, this 30 minute candle is still open. So I can't take a trade when candle's still open. I need this candle to close. And then, you know, and as this candle is going to come to a close, ironically, that's going to be a 1 hour candle close as well. So that's why I'm waiting. Yeah, we're still waiting. Yuji is still continuing going up. Let's take a look at the Chinese indicator over here. Chinese indicator is probably going to say that the USD is pretty strong. Let's take a look here. All right, so USD is strong, and yeah, yen is weak. Probably that's why USD JPY is moving up. I think NZD USD should be moving down. GP is over there, whatever. This is the Chinese indicator is a big joke, right? So don't take it seriously. I only opened this for, like, you know, for joking purposes. Let's take a look at this chart here. This chart is for the pair GBP JPY. Safe buys above this area, safe sells below this area. Okay. Looks good, looks good. Maybe take a sell when 30 minute close below support is more risky. Take the sell when 30 minute close below support is more risky. No, I think taking a sell below support is not risky at all. I think there was some language barrier, I think. Your JPY buys above this resistance range. Yeah, I think your JPY has a much better market structure if you look at your JPY. Your JPY is just ranging right now, right? And whenever price is ranging, it's really easy to wait. So now you have a support forming at 124,630, and then you have a resistance forming at 124, let's say 800. This is a resistance you have forming. And if you break above this resistance, the next area, destination is going to be, it's 10 pips away. It's not that far away. I think safer buys on your JPY are going to be above 125, 125, 050, 125, 060, because then you have clean candles here to the left. If we break above this area, okay, let's just do this. If we break above this area and if price comes up, you have this resistance right over here where price may have an issue, right? And if you break above this area, then you have another, you know, consolidation and all, like bad traffic here to the left hand side. So when price is going to come up, it won't know whether to consolidate or to continue up or consolidate, continue up, because to the left hand side, candles had issues here before, right? So you would want to wait for a break above this area, 125.050, so that you have clean candles here to the left. This is clean traffic. This is easy trade right over here. All this area, this is easy trade. This area in the middle, this is like garbage. This is all consolidation right over here. So you'd want to wait a little bit more for price to come up above 125.050 to get an easier trade. Plus also it's a Monday, right? On a Monday you got to be very relaxed. On Monday you don't want to force a lot of things. So a lot of waiting involved. All right, what's this? Gold, 15-minute. Good sellers below 2020, 2025. Okay, looks good. Buys above this area. Yeah, same thing. You have clean candles and you have clean candles below this area here as well. So I think it's pretty good. Still got 12 minutes left for this candle to close. So this is where trading becomes dangerous and trading becomes pretty easy. Because now you got 12 minutes left, right? You got 12 minutes left for the candle to close. And if you think trading is going to be easy, then you're like, okay, you know what? I can do whatever I want in those 12 minutes. You can go have water, you can go have a food, you can do whatever, you know. But they're dangerous because now when there are 12 minutes left, you start guessing how the candles are going to close, and then sometimes guys, what they do is they start taking positions because they don't want to wait for the candle to close. They're just anticipating it how it's going to close. So if you're experienced, you're just sitting back waiting to see how this candle closes. If the candle closes bullish 30-minute, will you waiting for another bullish 30-minute confirmation? Depends where it closes bullish. If it closes bullish above this area, then I'm going to be entering buys. But if it closes below this area, then I'm going to be waiting for the next candle to break the low for me to take the sell. Or I might consult the 15-minute here as well. So we're going to wait and see what happens. Yeah, waiting, man. When you wait, you get paid. You get paid to wait. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is Euro USD. I know a lot of people are in sells on Euro USD right now. A lot of guys are in sells on Euro USD. Let's see here. Euro USD. Let's see. All right. So this is, let's start from the daily, right? Daily is coming down to fill the wick over there. 4 hour is also coming down. It's kind of like filling this wick. So whenever the high time frames fill wicks, it's basically they're approaching supports, right? You're approaching a support down over here. Rejected a support up over here to continue down. Let's take a look on the 1 hour time frame. Looking at the 1 hour, 1 hour is also coming down to fill this wick over here. Let's take a look on the left hand side. You have another support down at 1.17250, which is around 25 pips away, right? Yeah, 30 pips away. Looking down at the 30-minute time frame, 30-minute is now filled this wick. Also, it has broken this minor support. I would say at this point, I think selling is going to be dangerous because it's tapping into a support area even if you extend it to the left-hand side. Yeah, that's a potential rejection area. So at this point now you would want price to maybe break below, create resistance to continue down, or maybe form a resistance here and then have the New York volume break this support and then continue down. Hypothetically, if it does close bullish below resistance, all right, we're talking about GJ, bullish below resistance, would you still enter sell when it breaks the low given the bottom wick is halfway into the range? Yes. I will still take a sell, because then the idea is going to be that, okay, we did a fake out and then there's a high probability for price to continue moving down. Let's take a look at this chart here. This chart is GJ 1 hour. You have lines drawn and you think it's a break and retest. Oh yeah, if it's a break and retest, then obviously you need a candle closing above this area, right? So until the candle is open, it can be anything. It can be a fake out, it can be a break and retest, it can be a butterfly Batman, it can be a horse and a pony, it can be whatever you want, but you need this candle to close here first. We don't know what is it until this candle closes. Still got 8 minutes left here. You think not to sell Euro USD? Yeah, I mean, if you want to sell Euro USD, you can sell it right now, but I just told you what my idea would be if I would be selling Euro USD. Looks like GPUSD is also coming down to fill this wick here at the bottom. The daily wick fill. Looking on the 4 hour, 4 hours also coming down. Looking at the 1 hour. 1 hour is breaking below this area. Yeah, I think on this one, for me to sell GU, I would also need to see a resistance formed. I mean, it's very basic ideas, right? If price is going down, you're waiting for a resistance to be formed, and then you're taking the sell and stuff like that. If the 30-minute candle closes bearish on GJ, are you shorting? Yes. But we got 7 minutes left. So I'm going to decide in the last minute to see, like, what I'm going to do. Hey, Mr. Raja, how you doing? For new traders, would you recommend to work with MT4 or MT5? I think MT5 is pretty good. Let's take a look here. So, Euro USD returns after low, 27-month high. Euro USD made a 27-month high. What about gold? Gold made a lifetime high. This is a lifetime high gold made at 2074. Lifetime high. Wow, daily candles coming down. 4 hours ranging right now. First evening all. First Zoom with the fam. Going to sit back and learn. Oh, nice. First time. Yeah, man. Gold made a lifetime high, and now it has market structure formed on the 1 hour time frame. Just ranging. We are in a range. Did the guy buy your TV trolley you posted? No. No one's buying that piece of shit. Probably gonna put it in the garbage. What's the name of the soundtrack? Okay. The name of the soundtrack is Stuff. S-T-U-F-F. Stuff. Donated $5. Thank you. Appreciate it. I was in Daniel Savage live on his webinar, and the Fibonacci works if you place it where it should be at. I think anything works. Fibonacci works if you focus on it. Harmonics work if you focus on it. Elliott waves work if you focus on it. Price action works if you focus on it. So anything works if you focus on it. But the problem is, are you still going to stick to it? Are you going to stick to just one thing? If you stick to just one thing, it will work for you 100%. But the problem is that people start with one thing and then they learn something else and then they start focusing on that one thing. Here's the thing, right? If you're only focused on price action, so we still got 4 minutes left, so I think I can give a little rant here on the 4 minutes. If you're focusing on, let's say, price action, right? You're focusing on price action. Now, the thing is, every trading style has its own probabilities. If you're looking at price action is going to have its own probability of losses. If you're focusing on Fibonacci's or if you're focusing on, let's say, harmonics, those two different trading styles are going to have their own specific probabilities of winning and losing, right? So if you're focused on price action, and then if you're incorporating Fibonacci's in price action, of course you use them for confluence, but sometimes they can contradict each other. If you're mixing two trading styles, then you're mixing two probabilities of losses or wins. So now if you do take a loss, now your probability of loss has been amplified because now it's taking into account two different probabilities. So that's where people go wrong. If they take a trade on, let's say, Elliott wave pattern or whatever, and if a loss, they'll say, okay, you know what, let me draw a fib on that chart. They'll draw a fib on that chart, and then they'll take another trade. And then they're like, okay, you know what, let me draw harmonics on that chart. And then they're going to try to take another trade. And slowly you start coming into this over trading pattern, and things just go really bad from that point. What's the trading style you use the most? Support, resistance? No, I just read candles, and based on those candles, I try to execute a trade. And that's about it. If you hang around the streams here for a couple days, you're going to understand, how I usually trade. So I think the best way to learn is to really unlearn everything and to relearn, I guess, everything. Yeah, I guess so. You got to forget everything you've learned and start from the basics. So we're looking at GPJPY. I'm looking for shorts on GPJPY. This 15-minute candle is about to close. I think when this 15-minute candle closes, it's going to be the close of the 30-minute. Then it's going to be closed on the 1 hour here as well. Are you worried about consolidation to the left coming down on GJ? I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're worried about consolidation, then don't take a trade. I mean, I'm not worried about consolidation. I think we did a fake out, and what we've learned about fake outs is that if price cannot sustain its move in one direction, which is up, and if it closes back in the range, then there's a higher probability that price is going to continue its direction the other way. So I think there's a high probability for price to continue moving down, break this area, and continue moving down towards 137, let's say 910, and then we're going to bring out the horns at 137, 910. Actually 950. Let's be a little safe. Yeah, at 137, 950, we're going to bring out the horns. What is your risk reward ratio? My risk reward ratio is 1-to-1. I think risk reward ratio is variable. That's what I think. Hey, what's the spread you have on GJ? I think it's 1.4, 1.4, 1.3. So yeah, we're just waiting over here. Because I think we should continue down. This candle is about to close, and this is going to be the point where I'm going to be looking for sells at this point right over here. Opened a sell position, aiming for price to continue moving bearish at this point. Looking at the 15-minute close below this area, we had a minor resistance formed. We had a 15-minute candle that's also bearish, and I think we should continue moving down towards 138, 100. Looking at the 30-minute here as well, we did a little bit of a fake out. Looking at the 1 hour as well, we did a little bit of a fake out, and now there's a very high probability for price to continue moving down towards 138, 100, which is like 14 pips away. Stop loss is 11 pips away, and I think this would be a pretty good trade to take. See here. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. This is an example of a fake out, basically. What confirmation are you looking for to take the trade? I already gave my explanation and my confirmations. What's this? Bonjour. Bonjour tout le monde. Lens on the air. Good week, everybody, and peace. That was my broken French. Ooh, GU is also very bearish, man. Very, very bearish. Now, here's the thing. right? In terms of risk management, now risk management is really important. Since this 1 hour candle just started and I'm anticipating price to continue moving down after it did a fake out to the upside and I was closing back below, managing risk is important in a way that if now this 15-minute candle, if for some reason this 15-minute candle starts breaking the high of the previous 15-minute candle, that's going to be the point where I'm going to close 50% of my trade. Because if it breaks the high, then there's a high probability it's going to come up and hit the stop loss. So at that point, I'm going to close 50% of my position so that if it does hit my stop loss, I don't lose what I'm planning to lose at this point. So at that point, I'm going to lose less than what I'm planning to lose. So that's something I'm keeping in mind when I'm taking the trade, because normally we get excited over the wins, but at the same time we got to be really, really mature about how to handle a drawdown. So that's how you handle drawdowns. So 138.77 is my stop right here. Let's get this thing. Oh, this thing is making a lot of noise. Yeah, okay, this looks good. If someone's wondering if I'm on my phone, I'm not on my phone. I'm on my magic keys. Boom, boom. Oh, actually, without the green screen, man, I can show whatever I want. Yeah. Can I take your trades to pass my FT Mon challenge? What if I say no? Then what? Are you gonna stop? Probably not, right? Will you let the position run fully to TP or secure 10 pips? I'm gonna secure 10 pips, man. I'm gonna secure 10 pips and I'm gonna let the rest run. I'm gonna do what I always do. There's nothing changing in my plan. I'm always securing 10 pips, 11 pips, whatever, and then I'm letting the rest run. So I'm just doing whatever I do, man. Same thing every day. Raja Monday savagery. Yeah, it's not, it's just basic price action. Very basic price action. Price did a fake out, managing risk over here. Because one thing I'm really looking into is that what if price comes up over here and creates a resistance and then starts falling? That's something I also have in mind. So maybe this could be a initial push down towards 138, 140, 138, 100, and then we may get a resistance formed and then a continuation. But that's what if, So far, in the trade, I'm up about how many pips is this? I'm up about three, 4 pips. So still got a long way to go. Still got a long way to go, man. A long way to go. Continue down. With these large spreads, how do you get in at the best price? You can't. With the large spreads, you can't get a good price. This is the thing. I was talking to somebody and they're like, hey, I'm with this broker, but I've been with this broker for a long time, but the spreads are pretty big. When you have big spreads, that basically means you're paying more to take the trade. I'm only paying 1.4 pip to take the trade. Someone's out there, you're paying 2.4, 2.5. Some people are paying 3 pips to take the trade. Man, that's pretty expensive. So you gotta maybe look for something that's going to give you a lower spread. Maybe another broker. Maybe you'll have to maybe change some things, or I don't know your situation. I can just give you some some advices. Yeah. Oh wow, 7 pips. Yeah, that's a lot. 2.4 is still a lot. Does soft FX work with US traders? Yes. Gold is still arranging here. GU is coming down. Looks like GU will really come down to fill this wick over here. What broker you recommend? Any broker. people are with IC Markets. I'm with Vantage FX. There's Traders Domain. There's Black Bull Markets. There are a lot of brokers. Let's take a look here. You think this is achievable with proper mindset and discipline? Yes. With discipline, man, anything is achievable in life. With discipline, you have discipline in everything you do. You know, I mean, if you have, I have certain tasks in a day to do, you know. One task is waking up, second task is doing the live streams, and then there's the gym, and then there's like a family task and whatever. So like, they're like different tasks. And every day you wake up, you're doing these tasks, you're planning to do these tasks at the best of your abilities. Like right now, you know, if price crosses the high of the previous 15-minute candle, that's going to be the point where I'm going to close 50% of my position. You know, so then that's going to be me doing a task better, you know, like me managing risk better if that happens. If you start with a $500 account and manage your risk properly with a compound interest in 4 years, after 4 years, your account should grow around 50K. Yeah, exactly. That's true. But do you have the discipline to maintain that? All right, we're getting a chart over here. This is, do you think the price rejection the support? Let's take a look here. Price is rejecting this support. Yeah, this is a minor support right over here, right? This is a minor support. So the whole idea is that we did this was a fake out right here. This was basically a resistance, right? Price respected resistance once, twice, and then we broke out of it. You know, we formed support, like a minor support in this big range, and we broke out of it. Price made a wick, this candle went up, this candle rejected this resistance here to the left hand side, and then this candle closed below this support. You know, so price tried going down. If price couldn't maintain its move up and is closing back below that support, then there's a high probability for price to maybe break this minor support and continue moving down. That's my entire idea, you know. And for that idea to work out, now I'm looking at the smaller time frame, the smaller 30-minute time frame. Let's take a look on the 30-minute. Now I'm looking at the 30-minute. Now I'm like, okay, well, this candle closed back inside. So for this candle to continue moving down, it has to respect the high of the previous 30-minute candle. You know, and then we go towards the 15-minute time frame, and from the 15-minute time frame, we can know about, you know, how to manage risk. If this candle breaks the high of the previous candle, then I'm going to be closing 50%. But essentially, I'm looking for price to continue moving down towards 138, 120. So that's my analysis there. You know, so basically, I'm looking at pre-New York and New York session to New York Open to break this minor support for price to overall continue bearish. But if we do break above, let's say 138.340, then the sells are going to be invalid. You know, or if we break the high of this 30-minute candle and price closes above 138.340, then the sells are going to be invalid because, you know, then price is breaking above this previous area of, you know, rejection. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. What do you think about happened recently with EST Mon? I have no idea what happened with them. Do we always have to wait for the low to take a sell? Well, you have to wait for confirmations to take sells, right? If the candle closed bearish but under the previous 15-minute candle, do you normally close 50%? Oh, bullish. No, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, and then if the next one breaks this high, then I'm going to close 50%. So a little bit of a waiting over here. GU is still, oh, let's take a look at US 30. Let's see what this price is. This price is 138.332. We'll keep an eye on 138.332. So US 30 4-hour reached a very strong resistance at 27,550, right? 27,550. Strong resistance up over there. 4-hour is kind of like rejecting that strong resistance. Let's just narrow down this zone, make it much more, nicer to look at. So we have a resistance up over here. We formed a support down here, and then there's some sort of an issue right over here as well. So let's take a look on the 1-hour here. 1-hour tapped into a rejection area right down here. So this is just ranging. I don't even trade US 30. I don't even know what I'm looking at. I think the only reason I'm looking at US 30 is so that I don't have to look at GJ. Keeping my eye away from GJ, just say, not looking at it.
Oh,
Yeah, because we got time for the candle to close, right?
yeah.
Alright. 30 pip range, buy for 10 pips if candle closes bullish. Okay, looks good. Looks good. You're in the range. There's a 30 pip range. You're looking for buys if the candle closes bullish. I think it's a very good idea you have over here. Alright, so we got almost like a minute left. For example, if we take a sell after creation of resistance at 138,550, 138,550, while it did not make a lower low. Well, I guess you had this candle formed here, this bearish candle, that could have gave you some confirmation for the next one to continue bearish. I'm thinking of joining guerrilla trading. What's your thought, if any, on it? I don't know how guerrilla trading works. I mean, if you want to do it, go ahead. I have no thoughts on things which I don't know nothing about. I mean, does it make sense, right? I mean, how can I have an opinion on something I don't even know how it works? I mean, you guys know I give opinions on a lot of things, but certain things I have no opinions on them. Hey, today is bank holiday. How did you take a trade? Well, I went to the bank, I opened the lock, and I'm like, hey, bankers, I want to take a trade. And they said, okay, Raja Banks, go ahead. And then we took a trade. Man, the gulag is falling apart over here. So yeah, this candle is coming to a close. It's closing pretty bullish over here. Ooh, look at that candle close, man. Yeah, so if this candle breaks the high of the previous bearish 15-ring candle, I'm going to close 50% at that point. And then I'm going to let the rest run. Because this candle closed with no wick on the top. And when a candle closes with no wick on the top, there's a 50-50 chance that price will either go up or it's going to go down. So I'm going to wait till it comes up towards 138.330. So then I'm going to close 50%. There's a function in Magic Keys, basically. It's called a partial stop loss, So basically, I have a partial stop loss sitting at 138.330. So if price is going to hit 138.330, that's going to mean that it's going to take off a percentage of the position that I want price to take off. So there's no guessing. It just does what it wants. Ooh, there we go. I closed 50% right over here. 50% position has been closed at this point. Now we're looking at 30 minutes. Ooh, 30 minutes also coming up. 30 minutes coming up over here. If it comes above this area, then it's going to continue moving bullish.
Hey, Rakeel, could you hop over to the 1 hour real quick?
1 hour? Yeah, there we go.
I was looking at this support right over here, right to the left, where price rejected, and then the next candle closed a strong bullish.
This area?
See that? Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything when you were early in your trade to ruin the energy, but
we literally discussed this.
Oh, that's what you were talking about? Okay.
Yeah, we talked about this like literally 5 minutes ago.
I wasn't listening.
Why did you enter before breaking the low of the bullish candle to the left? Because I saw this as a being a fake out, and then executed on the trade. This was a fake out on the 1 hour, and then executed on the trade and managed my risk, closed 50% right over here. And now if it hits stop loss, now here's the thing, in this trade, I risked around $100. I risked, like if price would hit my stop, I would have lost $100. But since I managed my risk here, if price hits my stop loss, instead of losing $100 in total, I'm going to be losing maybe like $70. So that's the beauty of managing risk, because I've basically reduced my downside in this trade. I think that's really important, to reduce your downside in any trades. Because it's not every day you're going to get a winning trade. Some days you're going to get losing trades, and you always have to make sure that your losses are kept small.
It's I mean, to be a Monday, it's pretty normal. GJ behaving like this. I will say I expect GJ not to break above 138 400 in order to continue this sell idea. I am still in the trade. My position still full. As long we don't break the previous 30-minute candle, I'm not gonna be exiting this trade. Basically, I still believe we will continue going down. But it's a Monday. I mean, I'm light today. I'm not risking a lot. Tomorrow's gonna be a nice day. Tuesday,
Not,
Wednesday, those are my best days.
not risking the whole house here today, right? Yeah.
I'm just risking a bottle of Patron. So yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But yeah, man. As long we don't break above 138 400, like I said, we're good.
All right. Do you add close position if it starts going in your direction? Yeah, that's something I'm going to talk about. If, like, let's say we start breaking below 138 250, that's going to be the point where I'm going to add the position I closed. So I closed 50%, and then I'm going to be adding 50%. So I'm going to talk about that if it starts coming back down below this area. All right, someone's drawing a candle over there to continue
Yeah,
moving
that's
down.
what I'm expecting next 30 minutes. So this 15-minute candle should close bearish around that area, and the next 15 minutes is gonna make the move. That's the idea. If that doesn't happen, I'm clicking out.
I was on a trade on IC market account, and the market passed my TP and it didn't close. It didn't secure TP and closed about a pip lower. Yeah, maybe the spread. It was the spread, definitely the spread that did that. I closed 50%, but I'm thinking to add position on the flip bearish. Yeah, I mean, it should be good. That should be good if it does flip that. But the reason why I have my stop right over here, the stop is above the 30-minute candle. Because if it breaks that high, then the sells are invalid. How do you set a partial stop loss in Magic Keys? It's basically this button right over here. It's below the change symbol button, the empty button right here. That one, empty. It's the empty button. Do you use the Japanese currency strength meter as confirmation? No. No, not really. But I'm really glad I'm managing my risk here. So this 15-minute candle is about to close in 7 minutes. If it closes where it closes, I'm going to close my entire position, because then there's going to be a high probability for price to continue moving up. And if it does continue moving up, then probably going to get stopped out, the whole stop loss. It's better to close before it hits your stop. I didn't take this trade, but I really hope you win. No, not really. The hope is that I hope that I stay within my risk management. That's the hope. There's no hope like, if you win a trade or if you lose a trade. The hope is that I really hope that you focus on risk management, because we can't control the outcome. We can only take trades based on probabilities, but what we can control what the risk is in. So once price closed above here, I closed 50%, managed my risk. Now my stop loss is way smaller than I already planned. So if you can end the day with a controlled risk, I think that was a win for the day, because you didn't let market take away what you didn't want to give away.
And this is an amazing tool to manage risk. This thing right here, man.
Yeah, let me bring it up for the gulag over here. The gulaggers.
Yeah, I like it. I like it, GG. I like it, baby.
I hope that we learned something from this. Oh yeah, I think this trade is going to be a great way to learn about risk management. Also, some people are not in this trade. That's totally fine as well. Advice for staying profitable. A good advice to stay profitable is to focus on 1 or 2 trades a day. That's it. 1 or 2 trades a day. If it's a loss, call it a day. If it's a win, do the same thing. Call it a day. Oh yeah, right there. Sacha got it up right over there. 3 wins in a row, 2 wins, 1 loss. Man, I'm getting that soon. It's coming in. It's gonna replace this Black Bull Markets mouse pad.
Oh.
Man, this thing is it's pretty old right now, this mouse pad. Let's take a look at your JPY. Let's see what your JPY is doing. Ooh, your JPY is also ranging here. Your JPY is creating a support. We're creating a tight resistance right over here. Yeah, it's also ranging. GJ is now coming down. I mean, 15-minute is rejecting that area. It's pretty good. I mean, if it comes back down here, I'm going to add another position, and then we can continue down towards 138, 100.
Yes, sir.
Someone asked, where can we get that mouse pad? I'm going to put up the website. I'm going to put it up once. And you can just copy paste it. Yeah, it said, oh, what? It's $9? Damn, it's $9.
9 Canadian dollars, so basically 7 American dollars, right?
That's nothing.
That's nothing.
That's nothing, man.
Yeah, and I just realized that my partner didn't remove the special, so do it today, guys. 'Cause this should be done already since the 31st.
Oh wow,
So,
$9, bro. I didn't think it'd be $9, to be honest. I thought it'd be like $15, $20.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 14 regular price. So
Okay.
so that's gonna change by the end of today. So if you guys want to order, do it now.
Okay. People asking, is it shipped? Yeah, it's shipped everywhere. I mean, that's not even a question to ask. I mean, we live in 2020. Well, anything can happen in 2020, but still, you can buy a $7. You can buy a gram of Obama Kush for $7. Obama Kush. Oh, the cost of shipping? I don't know. Just go to the website and see what the cost of shipping is. Of course, it's going to be cost of shipping, right? So anyway, we got 2 minutes left over here. What do you think about the GA swing into 84,000 zone? GA swing into the 84,000 zone. Let's take a look. I think it looks good. Let's take a look on the 4-hour. I think for GA to continue going up, it'll need to break above this area and then continue up towards, before it goes towards the 84,000 zone, it needs to come above over here. And for it to come above over here, it needs to break above this area here, which is a strong resistance now. You know, it needs to break above this area to continue moving up. So here you have a 60 pip range. It's pretty big. It's a pretty nice, decent range. Do you know Malaysia? Yes, it's a country. Can you check your JPY? Yes, your JPY is still ranging. So this 15 ring candle is closing bullish, and as it closes bullish, what I'm going to do at this point is I'm probably going to close my entire position at this point because I want to manage my risk. Oh, actually, I'm going to wait for it to close. Let's just wait because it's still closing below this resistance right over here. And if it closes bullish, I'm going to close again another 50% position right over here. 0.25, okay. Yeah. Because if it closes bullish and the 30-minute also closes bullish, then there's a higher probability for price to continue moving bullish. You know, so I want to be safe. I don't want to hope. I don't want to hope that it goes up. So at this point, I just closed another 50% of my position right over here. So I've really lowered down my risk. Yep. Hey, Uncle Ted, I requested BTC withdrawal yesterday. How long should it take? I think you should contact support because what if Uncle Ted is not over here, Candlestick Doctor? So I think contacting support is going to be a... Oh, Uncle Ted is here. Okay. When buying the market fluidity DVD, do you get 1 CD or 2? You get nothing. It's a digital drive. It says digital. Yeah, so at this point, I closed my entire trade. I got out of my trade. So yeah, I think this will be a good position to get out of the trade. So I got around at around like 8 pips. Trade 1. Okay, so I lost around 8 pips on this trade. Starting out on this trade, my risk was $100. My risk was $100, and when this trade closed, I lost $64. Instead of losing $100, I lost $64. So that's a win, man. That's a win. Yeah, so right now, I mean, if we close above, you know, let's say 138.340, then price should continue moving up because then the sells are going to be invalid. And if the sells are going to be invalid at that point, I'm not going to take a buy because a rule of thumb is the rule I use is that if I'm going to have a selling bias, I'm gonna stick to the selling bias. I'm not gonna change my bias, but if the price does continue to go up, then I'm gonna just watch it and I'm gonna document that. Okay, you know what, this buy makes sense. So then slowly I get comfortable in taking buys. Then later on I can maybe execute on that idea. Just curiosity, why you decreased your lot size? The reason I decreased my lot sizes is because I went hard in July. July was a really good month, and I wanted to take a little bit of a break. So instead of taking a break, since I really like to trade, instead of taking a break, I really lowered down my lot sizes. So me using a lower lot is like the same thing as taking a break. No stress, no pressure, just simple, easy stuff. So I think this was a very, very well managed trade. Um, Secured risk, took risk off, and yeah, I think so. This was my only one trade for the day. Also, it's a Monday. You know, I mean, like a lot of people are going to be really going hard on a Monday. And if you're going hard on a Monday, man, you got to relax on a Monday. What do you think about FTMO? I don't know. There's a video on my YouTube. Go watch it. Is your bias remaining bearish, or when would you be targeting buys? On GBP JPY, looking at price action, if we get a candle closing above 138, 340, 350, then it's going to be an opportunity for someone to take buys. Yeah, that's going to be the case because I expected price to continue moving down since it did a fake out here. But it's slowly diminishing that trade. Also, provided that the 1 hour is still open. If this 1 hour closes below this area, then I think sells are going to be still valid. If this candle is going to close above, then then the sells are going to be invalid. Jonathan Rodriguez, you asked me, did you close everything? I mean, I don't know what screen you're looking at. You're not even in the gulag, man. You're in Zoom. You should be sent to the gulag. Yeah, Jonathan sent me a private message so no one can see it. And if you send me private messages, I'm going to say it out loud because we're all here to learn. Do you guys consider wave methodology, Elliott waves? I trade this method along with support resistance. Yeah, it could work. It could work. I haven't really looked into the wave methodology a lot, so I don't know. Would have been a better idea to close 50% as price came against us. I know it was too early, but we could always get back in later. Yeah, you can do that. See now, this idea you have, Gabriel, you can test it out for the next weeks, and then you can really see if it works for you or not. How do you backtest? Backtesting takes months. It takes weeks and it takes months. It takes a long time to backtest. What normally people do is they wanna go back in the charts, maybe like 5 years back, and then they'll look at the chart for about 4 hours, 5 hours, and they'll come back and say, hey guys, I just backtested 5 years. That's not a good way to backtest. A good way to backtest is like, let's say if I'm going to start trading GPAUD. So I'm going to start looking at GPAUD every day at pre-New York. I'm going to start looking at it every day at pre-New York. And I'm going to start to see that, okay, what are certain things I can see that happen every day on GPAUD, with regards to patterns, with regards to when you have pre-New York, New York Open, how does GPAUD behave? And I'm going to start to write down, simple things I see, like simple things I can basically execute my trades on, like clean candles or creating supports, resistances, retesting highs or the lows. Those simple things I'm going to start noticing. And then after a couple of weeks or a couple of months, I'm going to be confident enough to take a trade on GPAUD based on certain things I've seen in the past weeks or the past, like a month or 2 months. That's the right way to backtest. Because at that time, you're not only giving time for candles to close, you're practicing, patience, you're managing emotions. But if you're just looking at the past, like 3 years, 5 years, I mean, you're not really waiting for candles to close, right? That's pretty hard. Will you stick to your one trade a day rule? Well, yes. Yeah, I mean, if we form resistance here with this candle closing in 7 minutes, I'm gonna look to take the trade a second entry, like a second chance. But if that doesn't happen, then I'm just gonna call it a day over here. Took one trade on a Monday, took a loss, reduced my risk, whatever. I'll call it a day. How you control your ego? I think ego is bad in trading. Yeah, man. I mean, there's a door. There's a door right here in my room. Let me show you. Right? There's a door right there, right? You see that door? I left my ego outside that door when I came in. My ego is outside that door. It's like, yo, Raja, let me back in. And I'm like, no, 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 ego, you stay outside. Because if the ego comes inside, man, things are gonna go really, really bad here for me. So you gotta leave ego out the door. So it's outside that door. Sometimes ego comes around this window and it's like, yo, Raja, let me back in. And I'm like, no, you stay outside. You're no longer coming in. And honestly, that's how you stay profitable. That's how you stay profitable. So if people who copied me and they took a loss, man, it's okay. Come back the next day. I took a loss, 8 pips, whatever. I'll come back the next day and have a win, and then we'll blow out the horns. Today the horn was. I mean, for me, and some people are in bias, they might win.
Man, I'm laughing so hard sometimes that my girlfriend's actually asking me if I listen to someone trading or a comedy show.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a mix.
Why is Stefano so serious? Tell him to smile.
Wow, Stefano, smile, man.
Do you expect NY to
Was that the YouTube chat?
Yeah, it was the YouTube chat.
God damn.
Do you expect NY Open to push up price if close above 138.40? Yes. Yeah. If you look on the 1 hour, the 1 hour is about to close in 19 minutes. And if it closes above this area, there's a very, very high chance we're going to come up to retest the high at 138.550. Because then the selling idea is invalid and then price will continue moving up. And if price starts to move up, I'm not going to take a trade because I have to stick to my rules of keeping the same bias, If the middle zone is set a little higher from the early support, we could still be bearish. What do you think? Let's take a look at this chart. All right, this chart is, if we have the middle zone has set here, we could be looking at a clean retest. Yeah, basically, what price is this? 138.366. Yeah, especially like this area right over here, you're right. So I just had it below based on the 1 hour here. That's why I had it lower. But if we do start rejecting this area, basically we'd need a candle to close bearish for the sell to be still valid. But if this candle closes bullish, then the sells, they slowly become invalid. Is your 2 to 3 trades rule? Actually, it's 1 to 2. So maybe 2 to 3 trades, no, it's 1 to 2. Yeah, it's 1 to 2 trades. 1 to 2 trades, 1 session, and that's about it. Your calm approach is excellent, thanks to demonstrating it while trading. Yeah, I mean, you got to stay calm, You got to stay very, very calm. It's very important. Looks like GU made a low at 1.30190. Now it's coming up to do some sort of make a minor resistance here and then to continue down to retest this low. So you'll have to wait over here too. I think anyone who's trying to take their second trade or the third trade or the fourth trade, man, stop. Stop right now, close the charts, and just go do something because this is bad. Don't do this. You don't want to do this. Um, yeah, the ego is outside. You gotta you gotta leave ego out the door. Ego has no room in trading, trust me. What's this? GJ. Ooh, why are these zones so fat? Problematic area, candles tend to reject it. I want to see a break and reject and take buys. Yeah, it's good. Like you can get a move up, you can get to 138.550. Now gold, how? Question mark. Now gold, how? Someone tried really, really hard to ask me what do you think about gold. Now gold, how? Gold is now ranging. How? Yeah, gold is just ranging here. Higher leverage comes with the higher leverage doesn't come with higher cost. Higher leverage comes with a very high cost, man. Higher leverage, it gives you the ability to risk a lot at any given time. And when you come to trading as a new trader, your discipline is not where it needs to be. So when you have a higher leverage, you're prone to add more positions. And add you more positions, you're adding more risk. So if you have a higher leverage, you're prone to add more risk to a trade, and then consequently you can either win more or you can lose more. So those things go hand in hand. So as we're looking at GJ here, this candle is closing above here, and man, like the cells are getting invalid slowly and slowly. Hello, Raja, sir. Now GJ, how? GJ is waiting. I think Mondays should be the new Fridays. The best way to set your trades is by considering how many pips you can absorb before you lose 2% of your balance. That's true. If you are setting tight stop losses such as 10 pips, you are asking to lose. Yes, that is very true. Okay, semi-question situation. I got exactly what I was waiting and looking for on two instruments at the same time. Reduced my entry position size and took both. Oh, very nice. So you took two trades. You took a buy on GJ, looking for buys, okay, you took buys, and then you took sells on USD Mexican. I think USD Mexican sells were pretty good. You took a sell as it was breaking the low here to retest the low over here and then potentially to continue down. I think the buy is a little bit risky on GJ because it's still in that area of uncertainty right over here if you look on the 1 hour. Lost 0.3%, done for the day. Oh, that's cool, man. I lost 0.6%. 0.6%. Can't believe I did 100% last month. Still just boggles my mind. Someone should translate the live stream to Spanish. Well, Kervin?
We thought about it like a year ago, right?
Yeah.
Problem is who's gonna translate Ted because he talks so fast. And when he's mad, how can I translate that?
Yeah.
No, I think we've got to get worried if you get angry, Cohen. Because when a guy gets angry, man, that's when you know you got trouble on your hands.
Yeah.
Your JPY is still ranging. Ranging. No trade over here. No trade, ranging. What do you think about GU buys? Okay, someone sent a chart after a very long time on the Gulag. Let's take a look here. This is a buy on GU, retracement on the 30-minute. Yeah, I think you're taking the retracement here, which looks pretty good, because GU is coming up to this 1.30400 area, which was held as a support, you know, on Friday after London close. It was held as support really strong. Now it's coming up to the same area again. So this is where you should be very careful. I think when price comes up over here, you should probably take off some profits, put stops at break even, and let it run. Because if it closes above 1.30400, it can continue moving bullish. But if it creates like a resistance here, then it's going to continue moving down. Looking at GJ over here now, GJ 30-minute candle is about to close above, you know, I mean, we still got 11 minutes left, so anything can happen right now. But yeah, still like waiting on this 1 hour to close now. It's at a very important area here. Let's take a look at this chart. Wrong chart. Someone said I've been sending this chart all morning. This is the reason why I haven't opened this chart, because it was a wrong chart. So you could have spent the whole day sending the chart, it would still not be opened. Oh, my bad. This is the right chart. My bad. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, shit. Damn, this does not... What could I have seen to anticipate such a huge sell-off? What pair is this? This is GP Cat. God damn. Bias was bullish on the 4 hour. Was in an uptrend. Okay. Took buys once the candle broke the high of the previous 15-minute candle. Okay. Price broke through the supports after... Well, you did not secure profits. That was the problem. I don't know. If you've been on the stream even for, I'd say, 4 days and you didn't secure profits, I think you deserve to get this loss. I'm sorry to say that, but you didn't secure profits. You didn't manage your risk. I guess if you have your stop loss right over here, which means you were okay with losing whatever you lost, but you should have left your ego out the door. You know, just like I have. My ego is out the door over here. But man, you got your cheeks clapped over here with GP Cat. 3 trades for the day taken, lost 2 trades, won 1 trade, but I'm still up for the day. Risk management is the most important aspect in trading. Happy Monday all, by the way. Oh, thank you. Who says that? Cheeks clapped? That's a guy on YouTube. It's a guy on YouTube. He was in jail, and then he got out of jail. He started a clothing line. He basically started an agency. So here's the thing, right? This dude, he came out of jail and he started a mentorship on how to act in jail when you go to jail. So people write him letters and they write him emails saying that, hey man, I'm about to go to prison. Do you have any tips? And then he guides them. He gives them a whole mentorship on how to act in prison, what to expect in prison, what to do, what not to do, the questions to ask.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, man. I forgot his name, but he's this big
Good
black
for
guy.
him.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And he talks about these things, man. He's like, some things he talks, it's just hilarious, you know. Like he's like, if you take someone else's bun, man, you're gonna get your wig split up in the prison, man. And you don't want to get your wig split. Getting wig split is like getting beaten up. So looks like the candle's about to close bullish over here, and we're about to head off.
If I'm going to go to prison, I want to know what's up.
Yeah, you want to know what's up.
I want to get that course. I want to see his teachable, like each video, like on different subjects.
Yeah, he doesn't have that. He just answers questions.
It's not as organized.
Hey, you want to make it teachable? Yeah, it looks like we're rejecting this now. Yeah, it looks like G just gonna come up above to 138.550. In the moment, I thought that we're gonna respect this area and continue moving down, but now, the sell bias is no longer here. Oh yeah, here it is. This guy's talk, Prison Talk by Big Herc. Yeah, it's called Big Herc. This candle's about to close in 7 minutes. And the way it's closing, this is a very, very, I think it should continue moving up towards 138.550. Why would you stay with the bias? Shouldn't you adapt to the market? You know what? If this was a Tuesday or if this was a Wednesday, I would 100% adapt to the market and I would change my bias 100%. But since it's a Monday, I don't want to take that added risk because you have to understand, I took my first trade. That was a risk I took. Every trade you take is a risk. I took that risk. I lost that trade. And if I change my bias on a Monday and if I take a buy because, I think price is going to go up, there's a higher probability it might go up, but there's also a small probability it might continue down and, it'll be just like a GJ arranging Monday. So I don't want to risk that on a Monday. I don't want to risk a second loss on a Monday. So that's why I'm not changing my bias on a Monday. So waiting is going to be important. Ooh, we got GDP for pound on Wednesday. We got CPI for USD on Wednesday. CPI is looking to be bad. CPI, man. Dollar is taking a beating. Oh, it looks like Mr. Essen took an entry at 138.377, an impulse entry. Interesting. For it to continue moving bullish. I'd say waiting for this candle to close would be much better because if you can get this candle to close bullish, then you can have a stop below this candle and you can expect price to continue up towards 138, 550. Hey Raja, do you think on this 4-hour, this 144 pip range is pure consolidation? Let's take a look on this 4-hour. You got to define your range, right? I mean, yeah, what 144 pip you're talking about? 144 pips is pretty big, man. Even this is not 144. Yeah, I think you need to send a chart. Sorry guys, it's from the Gulag. Thanks for the day. What do you think about this chart? All right, let's take a look at this chart. Someone sent a chart. Man, this chart looks like straight bloodbath. This is just straight blood. Market came for blood. AUD USD, waiting for 2-3 confirmations to take a sell. This is a 15-minute chart. Yeah, I think if you can get a bearish candle forming at this point, you could get a continuing move down because you had a support respected here, you had another support respected here, and then here again. So there's a high probability price may respect this area as a support. So if you can get a bearish candle, you can get price coming down. You took your one trade for the day. Yeah, if you can see the screen up over here, you can see I took my one trade. Man, can people in YouTube see my screen? What's going on? Can you guys see it? I mean, I'm pretty sure it should be visible, right? Sometimes I want to say some stuff, but then I realize that no, it's YouTube. All right, we got 3 minutes left over here. Yeah, I think if this candle closes bullish, it's going to be a pretty good idea to have a stop below this candle and anticipate price to continue up towards 138.550. All right, let's take a look at this chart. This is a wrong chart, man. Wrong chart. All right, correct chart. Euro USD 2-hour chart. Arrow pointing up and then an arrow pointing down. Well, I guess we do know that price will either move down or move up. Oh no, this is a trend line. Okay, looks good. Bounce from support, looks good. Wouldn't we want to see a support created though, Raja, to confirm the buys? Yes, that's excellent question. I think buys without waiting for the support to be formed is going to be aggressive buys, because then you're like, you know, trying to play into the momentum, because the New York Open is about to happen right now. You know, New York Open is about to happen right now, and I guess, yeah, so aggressive is going to be having the stop below this area, and then conservative is going to be that wait for price to maybe create a support. So, Charlene, you're right. Coach, you seem like you aren't fine today. Are you fine? This is a private message, by the way. Man, I'm totally fine. There's nothing wrong with me. Damn. How would you best minimize risk if this next 30-minute candle closes bullish and you enter trade, given the last two 15-minute candle lows are at the same point? Would it be if price moves back into the range and close half? I mean, if you take a trade on this candle, let's say if you take a trade on this candle, I mean, this candle is not closing a very strong bullish candle, right? It needs to close as a strong bullish candle. If this candle closes here and you have a stop down over here, then you can't really manage risk. Then you can't really, like, you know, close half or whatever, because this candle's low is at the same point as the 15-minute candle lows. So at that point, you don't, yeah, so at that point, you can't really close 50%. I think you need a mango. We're all out of mangoes. Can you explain why your bias was for shorts? After watching the webinar on the weekend, I would have thought bias was long based on the 4-hour chart. Yeah, I explained it when I took the trade earlier on in the morning here. It was a fake out. It was a fake out on the 1 hour. So, you know, you have support form, price would reach this resistance. Yeah, that's true. But it was based on this fake out. But then this candle closed above, you know, so then that mainly didn't work. So now this 30-minute candle is formed. This is the New York Open. If this 30-minute candle breaks the low of the previous 30-minute candle, then there's a higher chance we're going to continue down. If it respects the low, then we should continue moving bullish. But I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. I do believe, however, I do believe that if this candle breaks the low of the previous 30-minute candle, we should continue moving down at that point. Yeah. But I'm not in any trades right now. Nothing. I just took one trade, and I'm going to be looking for a second sell opportunity if it presents itself. If it doesn't present itself, then I'm going to be calling it a day, but I'm not changing my bias. You know, if my bias was wrong, then I'm going to end the day with having a wrong bias. And then I'm going to try to see how I could have had like the correct bias. Better than taking in an impulse trade, right? Or over trading. Shouldn't we respect our SNR levels when we mark them based on recent candle structure, 30-minute or 1 hour, or should we just adjust them accordingly? I just adjust them accordingly, but I don't know where your levels are, so I guess sending a chart would be helpful.
man, just want to say that this thing just saved me money this morning.
Oh, really? What happened?
Took a buy at 138 244, 138 344, and I went 6 pips in profit. I placed my auto BE at 6 pips automatically, so I went 7 pips total, and now I went down drastically. So nothing more frustrating than going in profit and after that losing. So just told myself now, every time 6 pips in profit, I'm just gonna put that B, so it's stress-free trading, you know.
Oh, nice. Do you prefer MetaTrader platform or TradingView? I prefer TradingView to do analysis on charts. It's really easy. I mean, TradingView is so simple to use. With MetaTrader, you can't zoom in and zoom out like this. You can't do this. MetaTrader is a very old platform and you can't do these things. Is it possible that GJ... Yeah, what's up?
Technically, you can. Don't say that.
You can't, man.
You can.
It's so
You don't-
hard.
It's not hard. You pull this. You click your mouse on the price on the right side of the screen, and you drag it, and it moves it up and down.
Yeah, but then you can't. You can only.
Yeah, but you have a limit.
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
limitation.
All right.
There's a limit. Ted.
Trading View is ridiculous. This thing just moves, and you put your mouse somewhere, and it shifts it over 25 days, and it's
Man, sometimes I look at people's charts, and this is what they send me from MetaTrader, and I'm like, extend this thing. Like, do it like this, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you'll never get me on TradingView. If there's ever a day I'm on TradingView, that means the sky's falling.
Yeah, MetaTrader, I just understand. TradingView is so much customization. Look, you can do this. You can look at the 1 minute candles like that and give yourself heart attacks.
You can look at the 30-second candles then.
Ted,
There's a dinosaur. Come on.
Pretty much.
Wow, dude.
Oh,
But okay, so my only thing has always been for me is why would I do all this work on one platform and then trade on another? Like that, it just feels like double the effort for me. Like having a trading view chart and then marking that up and then going to trade on MetaTrader. And I mean, unless you don't mark up your MetaTrader chart and you just click buy or sell.
Yeah.
Right. I always found it like, why would I do double the work? Right.
Yeah, it's when I have like a laptop on the side and I can just like use the magic keys to open calc and
Right.
open trade. Like,
Yeah.
click. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is GJ. You have support down here. Taking a long entry after a bullish 30-minute candle close, and I have my stop below the support zone. I think your stop should be, I think you should close partials if price comes below the low of the previous 30-minute candle, right over here. You should be looking to close partials there instead of having a full stop down over here. Because if price is going to continue going up, it needs to respect the lows here, right? It needs to make higher lows and higher highs. So if this candle respects the low of the previous candle, then it's making a higher low, and then there's a high probability for it to create a higher high and eventually continue going up. So you wouldn't consider a buy if this current 15-minute candle closes bearish, creates support, and the next 15-minute candle goes bullish and breaks that high. No. I'll see. Now you're trying to convince me to take buys, to change my bias. So we're gonna wait and see. We're gonna see what happens. But I'm still like, sticking to my sell bias, even though it could be like a wrong bias, but I'm still sticking on to that because I gotta follow my rules. looks like GU is not going to do a retest and it's going to continue moving bullish over here. Interesting. Could you take a look at this chart? Thanks. All right. Let's take a look. GA stop. Whoa. This, I think you should be taking a sell below support instead of having a TP below support. I think that's going to be pretty good. I feel like GJ is just going to range today, but who knows? Yeah, who knows? I mean, looks like it is respecting that low to continue moving up. And if it does, that's awesome. You know, some people are in buys and they'll have a winning trade today. Do you think it's a good sell idea if GJ breaks the previous 30-minute low? Yes, that's something I'm looking at too. If this 30-minute candle breaks the low of the previous 30-minute candle, I'm looking to give my selling bias a second chance. Gold is about to break above this resistance here. Oh, this is really going to start pushing up. So I think this could be the target. This could be the target if price respects 138.340, right? So this is a condition on the buys. This is a target if price respects 138.340, and then this is going to be the target down over here if price breaks below the previous 30-minute candle. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. So if you're with the buying bias, this is what you're looking at. You want price to respect this area. If you're in a selling bias like me, I want this candle to break the low of the previous 30-minute candle so that I can take a sell again and then have price continue moving down. So in this situation, we can place a sell stop. Yeah, sure. I mean, if you want to place a sell stop, you can place a sell stop here. And then once it gets activated, your stop is going to be above this candle, which breaks the low. So far, it's a very slow Monday. Let's put it that way. It's a very, very slow Monday. Good morning. Just took a buy on GJ after waiting for too many confirmations. Could you take a look at this chart? All right. Let's take a look at your buying here on GJ. You took a buy at this point. Your stop is here. Yep, looks good. Looks good. Looks kind of sketchy though at this point, but you know, looks good. You have a stop. The only reason this looks good is because you have a stop loss. And if you honor that stop loss, then that's awesome. You know. So yeah, I'm waiting for this candle. If it breaks the low on the 30-minute, I'm taking a sell. I'm going to take a impulsive entry. Sell is going to be somewhere here. Stop is going to be above the 30-minute candle around 8-9 pips. Target is going to be 138.200 and then eventually down to 138.100. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, looks like we're coming downtown here a little slowly now. I mean, if we break that low, I'm going to take a sell. But if we don't break this low and if we stay above this area, then I'm not taking any trade. Nothing. So this is what, below 138.320. Okay. Can you talk more about the economics of Forex? I don't know much about the economics of Forex. I only focus on the price actionomics of Forex. What do you think of, okay, let's take a look at this chart here. This chart is from the Gulag. Oh, I love Gulag. Buys if 30-minute candle close bullish, sells if 30-minute candle close bearish. I think that's a very, very good chart. I think you will have a lot of success with that idea, and it will really, really make you have a pretty good trade. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a GJ daily chart. Okay, so you're waiting for price to kind of like break this minor support on the daily and continue down, or you're waiting for it to break up over here and then continue on. I think you can look for sells below this support here, because daily essentially is just ranging, right? Daily is just ranging if you look on the daily. Let's take a look on the daily here. Yeah, daily is just ranging over here. You know, so who knows what's gonna happen? There's no trade. I mean, on the 30-minute you can see something, but on daily it's just ranging. So I think this will be a very good range. 20 pip range. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty small. You know why this range is too small? Because there's no volume in the market. That's why the range is too small. Normally this would be like 35 pip range on a 30-minute time frame. But it's a small range because there's literally no volume. Can you talk about psychology? Yes, 1 to 2 trades a day. That's it. If you cannot stick to, here's the thing, right? If you cannot stick to 1 or 2 trades a day, your psychology is not where it needs to be. If you can stick to 1 or 2 trades a day, then your psychology is exactly where it needs to be. That's the thing. Even if one day you take an extra trade, man, it's not gonna work out. It's not gonna work out. So every day it has to be the same. Every day it has to be, you know, 1 trade, 2 trades, and that's it. You are too overgeneralizing. It's true though. It's true. It's true for everybody. I don't know one person who overtrades and he makes a consistent profit. I don't know anyone like that. I'm sorry, but I don't know no one like that.
Man, I was taking like, you know, like 10, 15 trades a day and just losing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I guess things change once you just change the number of trades you take.
That's it. Yeah. So if I get a winning trade, that's it. I go home, and I take 2 trades max 2 trades. You know.
Yeah. Alright, so we got like what, 14 minutes left. Ooh, GU, it's still moving bullish here. Alright, let's take a look at this. Can you look at the 15-minute? Yes, 15-minute is still kind of like rangy dangy over here. So let's take a look at this chart. This chart saw a resistance formed. You took the sell over here. Price came up and hit your stop loss. If you look closely, the previous candle entry. Yeah, I think when this candle closed bullish, this was the time where you could have closed positions and maybe take some positions off. Yeah, looks like it didn't work. I think this was the same sell I took. Yeah, it was kind of like the same sell I took right here. I took the sell right over here. Price went into profits, came up. I closed partials, and you know, and then whatever happened, it happened. I think it's going to be a good idea to bring like a mango juice or something. I'm getting kind of thirsty. Getting thirsty to take profits. I think the mango juice will do. Yeah, I'm gonna be keeping an eye on this 138 320 level, because if we do break below that area, then I think it's going to be a very good position to take a sell. And that's going to be the second chance I'd be giving my trade. That would be the second chance giving my, buys here. Ooh, someone is up 12.5%, man. Well done. Very, very well done. 12.5%. Jeez. 15% is my goal. Monthly goal. No, weekly goal. That's my basically goal, 15%. If I can get 15% in the week, I think that's amazing. And look at this GJ, man. Look at this GJ now. If it breaks the low on the 30-minute, I'm going to enter a sell. And then, actually, let me just fix this. Yeah. Once we break the 30-minute low over here, I think it's going to be a good idea to take a sell for price to continue down towards 138, 220, 217, and then all the way down towards 138, 130. So that's going to be lovely.
Ooh.
What do you do if your idea of the trade changes while you are in it? Then that's it. It's a losing trade. And then you got to figure out that whether you want to, end your day or you want to try to overtrade or what you want to do at that point. I'm a bit new to this, but just want to know how you choose where to exit the trade. Well, Sharika Sunset, I think you need to go through babypips.com and try to learn about, take profits and what basically is going to be your trading plan. I mean, if you enter a trade and you don't know when to exit, then I think there's a little bit of a learning that you need to do at that point. Feels like y'all just chasing trades. Oh, I think it's talking about the gulag there. Bobby is in the gulag today. Ooh, wrong chart. Someone sent the wrong chart. Alright. Let's take a look at this trade. This chart is GJ 15 minute. Sell stop on 138.330. 138.330. Okay, yeah, this looks good. I think a sell stop at 138.320 would be better. People are asking when will the mouse pad be back in stock? I think
They are now.
oh, they are now. All right, what's this? Euro USD price came down, made a low, came up, will enter trade in 15 minutes. Price breaks the kind of low, price retesting resistance. Yeah, I think this is going to be an important area which you maybe want to look at, this area here, because if price breaks above this area, then it's going to continue up towards this area right over here. So you'd want a resistance to be formed in this area for price to continue down, to retest the low, and then potentially continue down further. Were you unprofitable for some time when you started? Yes. Yep. Yes, exactly. I was unprofitable when I started. So gold is just ranging, no trade for gold. Your JPY is still ranging. There's no trade on your JPY. GJ is doing its dance over here, trying to go up or trying to go down. No one knows. 15 minutes now starting to range. If this 15-minute candle closes bullish, I think GJ is going to continue moving bullish. Because we can see, I think this is what someone pointed out before, that what if you have a bearish 15-minute candle and the next one closes bullish? Are you going to take buys? I'm not going to take buys because I'm going to stick to my one bias and one trade. But I think if it does closes bullish, I think there's a very, very good probability for it to continue moving bullish. And the thing is, if it closes bullish. Do you keep a trading journal? What does it look like? My trading journal are these live streams, because what I do is later on in the day, so I go to the gym in the morning and I come back from the gym, and then I look at the live streams. I look at my performance. I look at how I handled my trades. I look at how, if I took a loss, I look at how I handled my loss. If I took a win, I look at how I could have made that win better. If I took a loss, I look to see how I could have minimized my loss. So I think this day is going to be how I minimized my loss. I think it was very important. When looking for a sell, would you only want to see a break of the previous 30-minute candle or close below? I think a break is going to be much better. Break is going to be much better. So, if a break does happen and price continues down, then I'm going to take a second trade. That's going to be a sell. But if that doesn't happen, then there's no there's no other trade. Then the only trade I took was a sell, and it was a loss. And that's about it. How far should we look for resistance or support level? All right, let's take a look at this chart. This chart is coming straight from the gulag here, boys. We're going to take a look at this chart from the gulag. Do you think this is the resistance level for it to continue down? Yes. Previous resistance, yes. But price is obviously not where it is right here. It's basically above that area now. So looking on the 1 hour, this makes sense. On the 1 hour, we had a resistance, and now it's kind of like tapping into this area as like a support for it to continue moving bullish. Some key notes for day trader before getting into a trade. Black Mamba. I think one very important keynote is going to be to always understand how much you have at risk. That's the most important thing. You should always know how much it's at risk. All right, let's take a look at this chart. This is GJ at 30 minute. Wouldn't want to trade in this range, no meat. A clear trade would be, another opinion is it looks like a nice retest. Yes. A clear trade would be breakout of this resistance. Yes. So basically, if we look at this area as like a retest, right here. Okay, yeah, this makes sense. This makes sense. I like this idea, it makes sense. So basically, I would want the next candle to break the low here to take a sell. I think that's going to be a better idea. But this makes sense. We had a support formed and then this candle closed like this. Kind of like respecting resistance here to continue moving down. I guess this makes sense. And if we break the low of the previous candle, then there's a higher chance for price to basically continue going bearish. We're about to break the low over here, and once we break the low, I'm going to execute sells, and then we should continue moving bearish. Okay, there we go. Sells have been executed. This oh no, GJ! Oh man! Cells have been executed.
I should be good.
GJ is the executioner. You know what? No, I'm not playing with this. I closed at 3 pips. Yeah, I'm not gonna play with this, man. It's a Monday, and I don't want to play with this. If it goes down, whatever. I'm willing to miss out on this trade, but I'm not gonna.
It will.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll take my sells at the bottom of this 30 minutes right here.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm not gonna. It's a Monday, and there's no reason for me to do this on Monday. I'm just done for today. Man, as soon as it broke that low, boom, and I'm like, no, because there was a sell stop.
Roger.
Hey.
What I noticed is that the axe came below it, but the bid didn't drop below it.
Yeah.
So
like spread.
Yeah. So I was waiting for the bid to drop below it to take those entries, but the axe triggered your sells, but the bid price didn't come below it. If you know what I mean. It's something that from my equity days.
Yeah. Yeah, like taking these 2 losses, this loss calls for a fail horn for today. Ole.
I like that, man. This is a live podcast.
What's some advice as far as psychology when you miss an entry and a trade you've been waiting for because of lack of... Yeah, I mean, if you miss a trade, that's it. Call it a day, come back the next day and make notes. Make notes on how could you have executed on the trade. Those are the notes you should be making. Best indicator for Forex, it's called EYES. Let me write it up right over here. Best FX indicator. Here you go, EYES. exponential Yankee exponential something. How to deal with lack of motivation in trading, but I know I'm gonna lose on this trade. Yeah, if you know you're gonna lose on that trade, just close the trade early. Close the trade early and call it a day. That's the best way to have motivation in trading. I mean, look at me, man. I took one trade. I closed my first trade. My stop was 11 pips. I closed at negative 8 pips, right? So instead of losing $100, I lost $64. So I reduced my risk. That's a win for me in my case, you know. The second trade I opened that trade, and I'm like, yeah, I don't like that rejection anyway, so I closed it. I closed that trade quick. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm done. I'm not gonna mess around with TJ anymore. Also, it's a Monday, so now I can live for the next day. There are a lot of people who are over trading right now, and they're just living for today. If you're living for today, and if you get destroyed today, you cannot live for tomorrow because you got destroyed today. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Yeah, I bet someone is on Google right now trying to find the EYES indicator. Let's make it a little bit more complicating. Let's put full stops here. This will definitely confuse somebody. What's this? Raja, cuando candle de alta fecha sin sombra, it's 50% de chance de, I don't know what the hell that means. De alta, I don't know. I don't know.
Owen, it's your time, buddy. I got to translate for.
No comprende español, amigo. Okay, let's take a look at this chart here for EJ. EJ is ranging. Let's see what we got. Oh, that's Portuguese. Oh, wrong chart. The request cannot be satisfied. Bad request. Oh, this is a new error we got today. Damn, that's some really bad chart. Wrong chart. It would be risky to take an entry into the upper break of the candle that just closed at 30 minutes. I think that'll be a very good entry if you take an entry at the break of the top of the 30-minute candle. Oh, okay, no, this was not a wrong chart, my bad. I pasted Portuguese over there. That's why it seemed like it was a wrong chart. Alright, let me just look at that. Okay, there we go. Oh, wrong chart. This is a wrong chart, man. Yeah, I guess Monday was a very slow day over here. We got EJ ranging here. We got GU. GU just broke above this support turned resistance, now turned support again. GJ is doing what it's doing. I mean, for sells, we need a break below here for this candle to kind of like continue down, but it's just ranging right now. I think it's going to have more volume closer to NYC Open, but I'm not going to be here for NYC Open. Let us know when the mouse pads are back in stock. Yes, they are in stock. If the website says they are not in stock, just
just the update's gonna be done today. So just you can go ahead and order or send me a DM and I'll take your order, go through.
Yeah, if anything happens, contact this guy. I have nothing to do with that. Send this guy to the gulag.
I'm making any money on this, so
send him to the gulag if something goes wrong. Best time to trade in Forex, London time and New York time. Both times are pretty good. You know, London has its own volume, New York has its own volume. They all like differ, right? If we look at the charts right now, we'll see that we had a lot of volume in the London session. You know, look at this London Open, man. This candle went up what, like 30 pips? What was this? Yeah, 27 pips. Right? So every session has its own volume. If this 30-minute candle goes bullish, then a support has been formed. If it goes bearish, then a resistance has been formed. So, you know, it's all subjective. I think what's happening when charts don't work is that people are sharing the link to their chart layout, not the chart Snapchat. Yes. People are sending this link right over here. Didn't NYC open already? Yes. NYC opened, but NYSE did not open. So there are two. There's NYSE and there's NYC. Which site do you use for news? I use forexfactory.com. That's all I use. forexfactory.com. All right, this is a EJ chart, and this chart is arrow going up or arrow going down. Perfect. That's how price moves, right? Either price goes up or goes down. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. This is UJ 15-minute. You took a buy here, it seems. I think you need to wait for a candle to close bullish first before you take a buy. I got hammered on GJ back tomorrow. That's a really good idea. I also took I took like a $100 loss today. I lost $100 today. It's no big deal. We'll come back tomorrow and make it all back. I'll be right back. All right. What's going on here? Here's a chart for EU and TP. Okay, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. Okay, going in a buy, going up. Makes sense, makes sense. TP is up over there, the stop loss is down over here. Expecting the 2 hour to close bullish, break this resistance, then break this resistance, and continue going up. Makes sense. Today I started to risk 1% instead of using my 0.02, but it's okay, tomorrow is another day. Yes, tomorrow is another day, man. I took a loss today, that's totally fine, you know, because the loss was managed, knew exactly how much to lose, no over trading, no over risking, everything is a-okay, no problems today. The thing is, almost everyone figured it out, but it's just a small group of people that didn't, made it funny. Yes. All right, let's take a look at this chart. This is, what pair is this? This is GU. Okay, oh, well done. Very, very well done. Bearish momentum for London and pre-New York. Tapping for our support from Friday, right over here. Entry, buy entry after breaking the previous high of the candle. Beautiful, man. Very, very nice. Took partial profits. Beautiful. This is an excellent trade. Excellent trade. I think you deserve this trade. Wouldn't the risk increase as the account size decreases? Yes. Well, if you're playing with percentages, then it's going to stay the same, because your lot size is going to be based on your percentage. Hey Raja, I'm from Russia. I don't understand English very well, but I always enjoy watching you. I don't understand a lot of things, but I'm learning. It is not clear because of the language barrier. Oh, yeah, man. I mean, the more you show up, you're going to start to pick up on certain terms, but I do appreciate it, man. You come in here taking the time out of your day. Mondays are one of the worst days to trade. Often markets manipulate to go against most popular strategies. That is actually true too. Mondays and Fridays are really, really risky to trade. Mondays, they're risky because, you know, it's the first day of the week and you want to take a trade. And when you take a trade on a Monday, you want to make a win, you know, and what if it's not a win? If it's not a win and you really, really want to win on a Monday, you start to take a second trade, then you take a third trade, and slowly, you know, things may start to go bad. So on Monday, it's really important to understand how much you're risking, where your mindset is, where your whole psychology game is on a Monday. It's really important. Can you talk about the openings, how often opening sessions show reversals of current moves? There's no set formula that the opening of a session is going to have a reversal move on a pair. There's no set formula like that at all. It doesn't happen. You know, I mean, it depends on market structure, it depends on how the 4 hour is, depends on if we have news or not. It depends on a lot of different things. Is a loss good? A loss is good if it's managed. It's a really good, you know, if the loss is managed. I'm really happy with losses. Like when I take a loss, I'm like, okay, perfect. You know, I took a loss, it was managed. Okay, first of all, I see if I take a loss, you know, I take a loss, I'm like, okay, I took a loss. Let's see if that loss was managed or not managed. And if it was a managed loss, then I'm like, okay, you know what? Perfect. If it was not a managed loss, then Raja is going to be sent to the gulag. Because, you know, if the loss is not managed, then you basically fucked up, right? GU looks like it's continuing moving up. EJ, your JPY is still arranging here. It is what it is. Are you experimenting with algos? Nope. Nope.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Thank you, Sacha. Take care, take care. You know what I'm trying to get? I'm trying to get a nice big desk, a standing desk with hydraulics. I tried making a desk. I tried researching on how to make a desk with hydraulics on the side so that when I stand up, the desk can lift with it. But it seemed very complicated.
You know they sell those, right?
Yeah. I was being cheap, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so it should be an L-shaped desk with hydraulics on it, which goes up and down. So at most I'm willing to spend is like $1,000 on one of these desks. Like, look at this, man. This thing just straight stands up. So while I'm doing the things over here, I can basically just stand up and have the thing right over here, you know, or like stand up and be like, okay, yeah, we're moving, boom, 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 you know. So that's something I'm looking for right now. Having like a standing desk. Looks like GU is going to continue moving up over here. Let's take a look at this chart. This chart is okay. 4 hour is rejecting. Okay, we are more likely to break zones on lower time frames to go bullish. Okay, waiting for a close. Yeah. Okay. So if we're looking for buys, we want this 30-minute candle to close bullish. If it closes bullish, we have a support formed, and then the next one can continue moving up. That's the basic idea so far, as far as I can see. But if we close bearish, then we're creating a resistance to go down, right? So two things. I had the type of desk, best thing I ever bought. Yeah, I'm looking for, oh, this one. It's pretty big. I mean, it has a lot of space over here. The thing is I can't put 3 monitors on it. I can only put 2 monitors on it. Or maybe I can just buy 2 of these. Yeah, I can just buy 2 of these and put them. One size fits all on all different body types. Man, they wrote it in a way as if someone's gonna wear the desk for all body types.
I've sent that one table in the chat. I have it for myself. It's for my IKEA and it's really good.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the price is like, okay.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah. See, if I had some more, if this desk had some more space on it, that'd be pretty sick. Probably gonna make a run to IKEA tomorrow or today. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is looking for sells if you get a rejection. Yeah, that looks good. You'll need to see a rejection. I know some people were in sells on Euro USD. I think now it's just retracing, and if you see a rejection here, you can take a sell, but if not, then we might continue back in this range. Looking at GJ's 30-minute candle is about to close bullish over here. Remember when the 15-minute candle closed bullish? It closed like a weak bullish candle. There was less confirmation. Now the 30-minute candle is about to close bullish. And if it closes bullish, there's a very high probability that the next 30-minute candle should continue moving up to retest 138.550. Oh, triple monitor arm. Okay, it's going to be interesting. Triple monitor arm. What advice would you give an 18-year-old who wants to become a trader? If you're 18 and you want to become a trader, I would say focus on school. right? Focus on school, focus on your job, focus on getting your life in order. You can't become well, you can become a trader, but the first thing comes first, right? First, for trading, you need money. You need money to trade. To trade profitably, you need consistent money coming in. If you don't have consistent money coming in, or if your mind is not distracted by other things like university, college, or a job, or whatever you want to do, trading is going to become very, very hard. Trading will become extremely hard for you because you won't be distracted. You would always want to be on the charts. You would always want to take a trade, and that's going to be at the end of the day, that's going to get very, very frustrating for you. You can buy the adjustable desk frames and get the desktop. Oh yeah, adjustable frames. That's something I looked into too. All right, so GJ's looks like now it's going to continue up towards 138.550. This is where the volume comes in now. Yeah, I'm not in any trades, no trades. I'm just spectating this. But you dropped out. That's such a dumbass comment to make, man. Such a dumb comment to make. I spent 6 years in my undergrad. 6 years I spent in my undergrad. I dropped out when I was 25 years old. I'm 33 right now. I'm not fucking 18. I wasn't 18 when I dropped out. I spent 6 years in my undergrad. Man, fuck, man. People are so dumb. Like, seriously, think. Alright. Could this scenario be an impulse entries? I think waiting for candles to close bullish would be much better. Also it's a Monday, so you got to take less risky entries. Yeah. My life is way different than anyone else's life, so it's very different. You can't drop out at 18. I mean, when you go to college, university, you learn a lot of things. You learn how to talk to people. You learn how to do business. You learn how to present ideas. Those things you learn in college and universities. And if you have 10 people dropping out, do you think that all those 10 people are going to be successful? Do you really think that? No, man. The fact of life is, if you have 10 people dropping out, only 1 or 2 are going to make it. The rest will just keep on working their minimum wage jobs because you have no education, you have no real life skills, and you're gonna get the job for what you're qualified for. That's just a fact of life. When you go through college or university, you learn skills. You learn to develop certain skills that will help you. Even if I did drop out after 6 years, I learned a lot of skills. I learned how to talk to people, how to present ideas, how to there are a lot of things you learn in school and university. And if people on social media tell you that university is bad, college is bad, drop out of those, join this program, do this, you'll be successful. Man, the biggest example is this new thing that Google is starting. I'm pretty happy that YouTube is not run by Google. Or is it? No, right? No, it's not. Yeah, so anyway.
YouTube is run by Google.
YouTube is owned by Google. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Google,
well,
yeah.
Can't talk shit about Google then. I mean... But Google started this Google Careers, right? That for $300 you can get the certification, and that course for $300 will bypass your 4 years degree. And I'm thinking that if you can get this $300 course, then it means that the companies will hire you thinking that you got a 4-year course. And oh wow, look at this thing. This is gonna go towards 135.50.
Yeah, just close out GJ.
Nice.
Yeah, close GJ too, so I'm break even for the day.
Up $9.85 on the day.
Beautiful.
I closed my 66% and on break even now.
Oh, beautiful. It's like a pilot.
15 minutes looked really nice.
Cruising at 65%.
But Raja, when it went up, when you remove that resistance to the support, then it went up.
Yeah.
Because your resistance was stopping it.
Had to move it. think GU is also moving up. Oh yeah, look at that. GU is also moving up. This one candle is almost 20 pips. Did your wife support you when you began your Forex journey? I told my girlfriend about it, and she's been so supportive, trading very seriously. Yeah, I mean, she did. She knew what I was doing, but at the same time, like, I had to make sure I don't really fuck things up. Which I did for a couple of months, but then, we got it all back, so it's no big deal. I heard you offer mentoring. I'm a 20-year-old with a trading account with $95,000. Any advice? If you have $95,000 in your account, you don't need mentoring. You need to just keep on doing what you're doing if you have 95,000 in your account.
Hold on, quick question, Roger. Did he make that off trading, or that's his savings that he's about to put in his trading account? Because if it's his savings about to put in his trading account, he needs a mentor.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, exactly. I think instead of putting 95,000, you need to put like $950.
Yeah, start off there small.
What did you learn from working at the oil rigs? I learned the power of hard work working at the oil rigs. Man, I think if I didn't work at the oil rigs, I wouldn't be awake every day here. Because like in the oil rigs, we'd be awake at 4 a.m. every morning. 4 a.m., go to bed at like 10, and just like, man, it's hard work. Ooh, 130 at 550 is approaching over here. GJ gave no retests, nothing. I think the only entry was the impulse entry once the 30-minute candle broke the high of the previous 30-minute candle. There you go. Oh, 550 reached. Congratulations for everyone who were in the buys and you won this trade. This is perfect. I think this is the move for today. I stuck to my rules, didn't change my bias, and it was a good day for me. So we're gonna see what happens tomorrow. Do you have any open position? No, I have no open positions. Nothing. How did you land the job on the oil rigs? Simple. I flew out there and I printed resumes, and I just started going from company to company. Literally just would walk into a office, give them a resume, give my pitch, and move on to the next one. I overtraded, shocking day, but we'll be back tomorrow. Perfect. Just don't.
Was it hard for you to find the job on the oil rigs? I mean, how many companies did you have to go through?
So I did 2 rounds. First round I went towards 20 companies. I applied to 20 companies. I got a call back from 5, and I got a job on 1. That job lasted for about like 3 months, and then I had to come back because the job ended. And then the second time around, I went again, and I kind of like added some things in my resume, just to show them I have some experience. Second time, I went to the same companies with an updated resume, and at that time, I got callbacks from almost all of them. And then,
nice.
Yeah, and then I could choose which I wanted to do.
When I was younger, my dream job was deep saturation diver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wanted to work in there, but
man, I know a guy. He does underwater welding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for the oil companies. He gets paid $250 an hour.
Yeah,
Damn, that guy is like...
Yeah, but you have to live for a whole month in a little bell and breathe helium and talk like a clown for the whole month.
Yeah. Yeah, for the whole month. Like the dude works around maybe like 45 hours a week, and yeah, he works 45 hours a week at $250 an hour.
Yeah.
Some guys make really good money. We had this one guy, he was a welder. He would literally come on our job site. His job was to cut a metal pipe. That's it. That was his job. And for that one cut, he would get like $600.
Bro, imagine.
And he had And so basically in that area, we had 12 oil rigs, and he would service maybe like 2 or 3 oil rigs every day. And he's like, man, this is the best job I ever had. All right, what's this? Sorry to blind you again with this chart. Can you talk about taking profits early? I'm newer to having winning trades and found that I took both of these trades early just to see them both hit my TP. Did you ever see yourself doing this? How can you get over this? Holy, this really went to your take profits. GJ went to your take profits, and this USD Mexican also went to your take profits. I think the best way to do that was to really let a runner run. Really let it run and run. And let a runner run at like break even. Like, you know, sometimes what's going to happen is that, well, most times my positions are going to get stopped out at break even. Most times, you know. Then there'll be times, very rarely, the positions are going to keep on running towards, you know, where I want them to go to. So it's all trial and error. You let it go. You let it go at break even. Like, you know, if it hits your break even, so be it. You know, if it continues to go on, then it continues to go on. What's your opinion on 4-hour closed bearish and left a wick to fill? Let's take a look on the 4-hour. 4-hour closed bearish. All right, let's just do fresh analysis here. 4-hour closed bearish, but at the same time, I guess it closed above this area here to the left hand side. So we're going to go to the smaller time frame and see what's going on. Looking at the 1-hour, now that area seems a little bit too far away. So may want to look at this area here, and may want to look at it in a way that, okay, we basically broke above this resistance. Price came up, and now it's basically forming a resistance. It tapped into a resistance right over here as well. So based on the 4-hour does seem like it can continue down and reject it to continue going up, but then we got this resistance here too. So it's in a range, basically, the 4-hour. If it wants to fill the wick, then it needs to break below this area to continue down to fill the wick. And looking at the 30-minute now we have some more zones here. We have a support form. So basically 30 minutes is in a range now. So this was a trade that went up about 19, 20 pips. So it's basically in a range now. So if we want price to break above, let's say 138.600 or 138, you know, 580, 570, then you want some sort of a support forming here to continue moving up. So in this way, we're not only looking at the 4-hour, now we're dropping down to the smaller time frames and trying to make sense of the market structure here to correctly, like, you know, predict what the 4-hour candle might do. How much did the oil rig pay? I heard it's like 200,000 Canadian a year. No, on the oil rigs I was making like 120,000. It was like it's like 7,000 per month. Yeah, almost like 7,000 per month. 7 to 8,000 a month. We're working a lot, man. We're working like 91 hours a week. That's a lot of work. Did you have any prior experience on the rigs? No, I had no experience on the rig. I did a lot of research. I joined forums, I joined message boards to see what people were saying. There's a whole community. There's a big community on everything. You just got to get into that community. On the oil rigs, my resume was like, I'll just fake it till I make it, basically. I had limited experience. The only experience I had was by watching YouTube videos, basically. What supercar do you plan to buy after the house project? Not a supercar. I was basically looking at the Audi A7 or the RS7. Yeah, those are two cars I'm looking at, but not the new ones. For the A7, I was looking at the 2017 or the 2018 because I like the lights at the back. Audi 2017. Backlights. Yeah, see these lights here? These droopy lights. Yeah, these are the lights I like at the back. These droopy lights. So this I want. I'm gonna customize it like black on black, supercharged, or super turbocharged, or whatever the term is. I don't know much about cars, so just gonna spend some money on it. So that's gonna be my next project. Also, I ordered the Cybertruck, so I don't know when that's gonna get completed. Cybertruck is gonna be sick, man. There's this one guy on my street, he has a big Ford 150. And when the Cybertruck comes in, oh man. Yes. Supercars, I don't know. I think they're too small. They're too small. I've driven a Porsche, like that fast one. Um, I've driven a Lamborghini. I've driven an R8. It's just kind of like uncomfy. I like big, comfy seats, and they're just like not. I can't see myself driving around. They're really fun to drive. Don't get me wrong. Really, really fun to drive. But I can't just drive them all day long. So might as well just like rent one and just drive it for like a week or something and give it back. So basically, just lie on the resume and do some YouTube forum research. Yeah, I mean, basically that's what I did. Like times were hard. I dropped out of university. I had no money. I needed money to make, and I was willing to work hard. So I pounded the pavement as hard as I could, and I got the job I wanted, and I worked there for about a year and a half. I saved a bunch of money. Came back to Ontario, started working in sales, saved more money, and then I had around almost like 150,000 saved, and then I found Forex. Did you invest in Tesla? No. No. Which Cybertruck did you order? How many more? I think it's the dual motor. It was like last year. I don't even remember which one was it, but it was the best one. It was the best one.
Okay, Rakeel, I'm off. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.
Hi, bro. Yeah, I'm off too.
Okay, man. Take care.
Yeah, take care, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't overtrade. Don't over leverage. How do you deal with overtrading? How do you deal with overtrading emotions? Easy. Just come back the next day. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I took 2 trades, 2 losses. Now I'm gonna come back the next day. And tomorrow we're gonna have a much better day tomorrow. I'm trading for 5 years. I believe you are trading for the same time, and I'm 10 years behind you in terms of success. Please give me some hope. I need it badly. Listen, man, 1 or 2 trades a day. 1 or 2 trades. Everyone here who is profitable in the Zoom chat or in the Gulag, man, you guys can testify to this. 1 or 2 trades is the only way to succeed. There's no strategy. There's no book written on it. There's no psychology written on it. It's just 1 or 2 trades a day. You have to stick to that. If you can't stick to 1 or 2 trades a day, you gotta stop. And some people said 1 tips. Some people said get his mentorship. No, I don't need someone's money if you're not gonna stick to 1 or 2 trades a day. I'm sorry, that's not how it works. All right, take care, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow morning, and I think it's gonna be a good day today. Is this my new office? Oh yeah, it's my new office.
Be safe.
Yeah, let me show.
Enjoy.
Let me show the Gulag, my new office here. So this is basically, that's the 3rd screen right over there. Yeah, that's the 3rd screen over there. That's my printer over there. That's my other printer over there. Those, I don't know what's in those. That's where I keep all my stock. No, some computer parts are in there. So this wall will have something on it. There's gonna be something on this wall. Probably like 10 pips a day keeps the stress away, or something like that is going to be on this wall. So I'm going to be building this office here. But yes, it's pretty spacious. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. How do you end this thing?